Hello, hi, good morning. So I'm recording another vlog for today, and today's topic is how to prepare for an interview. Okay, so after you submit an application, and then the next step is if the employer is interested in you or is interested in your application, then he is going to invite you for an interview. Okay, so first, once you're invited to an interview, make sure that you verify the details of the interview. Okay, so in the client's message, read the details of the interview, the time, especially the time. Okay, don't be late to an interview where normally or usually clients would choose Skype, and some of them would also choose Zoom. Okay, so Zoom is another application that clients use for meetings or sometimes interviews as well. So what happens if it's a Zoom interview, then they're going to send you a link, and then the link will take you to the interview itself. Okay, be mindful of the time because we have Philippine time, and the time is normally in reference to the time zone of the client. Okay, you can just simply Google the time conversion to convert the time to Philippine time. Okay. Now, the second thing that you need to do before the interview is you test your equipment. Okay, both Skype and Zoom have features that you can use to test your equipment or to test if you are clearly heard in your audio equipment. Okay, now normally people would prefer using a headphone. Okay, like this is a Logitech H340. So in my interviews, before I get on board, like an hour before the interview, I test my equipment. In testing, it is usually a recorded testing, so you can hear if you have extra background, if you have unnecessary noises, then you can action on them prior to the interview. Okay, so always make sure that you are ready, all your equipments are tested, and also test your internet speed. Okay, you can go onto a speedtest.net. Okay, test your internet connection, and if you are sharing an internet connection with everyone else at home, remind them that on that specific time you have an interview, and if it's fine with them, you will be using the internet for yourself so that you don't have any interruptions. Okay, I'm sorry, I have my baby napping. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, yep, check for background noise, check the internet connection, and always make sure that you are in an environment where there are no distractions. Okay, so that you can focus on the interview. Now, on the interview itself, it also helps if you have your resume ready. You can have it open perhaps in your computer. Okay, so if a client would like to verify information, especially with me, I am bad with dates. So if they verify stuff about my job experience, like the dates, the specifics of a job experience, then I would need my resume with me so that I can properly answer their questions. Okay, and it would also help if you look at the job post again. Okay, because there's a good chance that the questions that the client is going to ask there's a good chance that it is going to be related to the job post itself. Okay, now if they mentioned skills, okay, they mentioned skills that they need, always prepare for questions related to the skills that you have. Okay, on interviews, usually these are informal. They're not like the office interview kind of style. Based on my experience, normally a very relaxed interview. And of course, we are working from home, always make sure that you're properly dressed for the interview. Okay, you don't have to be in a formal attire. You can if you like, but it's not a requirement, I would say. Just make sure that you're properly dressed. You're not wearing anything that shows your shoulder or something like that. You can be comfortable as you wish to be comfortable, but to be taken seriously by a client, make sure that you are properly dressed for the interview. Okay. Now, going back to company details, if the company have a website, they have a website, read details about the company so that when the client is sharing stuff about the company, you can ask questions. Okay. You can ask questions. You can mention stuff about their company so that they know that you're really interested in the job that they're offering. Okay, make sure that it's a two-way conversation. Okay, it's not the only the client asking you questions and you're just answering questions. Make sure that it's a it's a conversation. Okay, it's a conversation to show your interest to the job post itself, and just relax, take it easy. Being nervous won't do you any good. It will show in the way you communicate with the client. Be relaxed as much as possible. I know it can get really scary, uh, but just be yourself, be professional. Um, take one Focus on the interview itself. Take it one step at a time. Focus on what the client is saying. Okay, and if you can already ask about the tasks that you're going to do, please do so. It's like closing a sale, like it's an assumptive. That's what I do in my interviews. It's like assumptive closing. The client did not tell you yet if they're going to accept you for the job, but what I do is I already ask questions about the task and the daily routine for the job itself. So it's like assumptive closing. I'm already assuming that they're going to take me in as a freelancer. Just be very careful that you're not coming across as overconfident. Be mindful on how you sound to them. Like for example, if they're asking questions about customer email support, okay, your experience. At the end of answering the question, you can also ask like on a daily basis, what is the typical or the most asked questions in the emails, and how many emails usually come in on a daily basis. Do you have like templates to emails for frequently asked questions, stuff like that? So you can already give the client a picture of how it is if they're going to accept you for the job. Okay, so yeah, that's my advice. Relax, take it easy, and the most important thing really is you test your equipment. Okay, a lot of people only test their equipment or do not test their equipment prior to the interview, and it's a big no. Okay, if you have technical issues, then that can you can lose the chance of getting that job just because your equipments are not properly working. Okay, So even if you have the best experience, you are probably the best applicant for the job. But if you have equipments that are failing, you did not test your equipment, your internet failed during the interview, you will probably lose the chance for that job. Okay? So thanks again, and if you can subscribe to the channel, I would upload more videos related to freelancing. If you have a questions, you can pop up questions in the comment section. I will try my best to answer them. Okay? Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for your time and see you in my next vlog. Bye.